welcome back. So today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information of what's going on for next year with my oldest. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. Do you guys like my intro? I just made it something fun, something to kind of break everything up. So yeah, if you have been here for a little while, then you will know that my oldest she was a micro preemie. She has cerebral palsy. So it's a mild form, but it affects her coordination and her stamina and her muscle tone and just how she does things. She gets tired really easy. She isn't very coordinated. She has a hard time with writing. So in school she was in a special day class and they did a modified curriculum. So they modified her work down to her level. And she was in 5th grade. The school that she was going to is transitioning over to a K through 8 school. So it was just a K through 5. So it's going to a K through 8. So last year when they kind of announced that it was going to be happening next year, I got on, I wrote the Board of Education, I wrote the principal, like, is there going to be a special day class there? This will be great. You know, an elementary school size typically here in California is smaller than the middle school campus size. So it would be less navigating for her. She would know the campus, she would know the teachers, she would know some of the younger kids, and I basically just got no. Go ahead and tell us that you're interested and maybe the following year we'll look into it. Okay, well, it doesn't really help me, right? So then we went on to the middle school part. She does have an IEP, so talking through IEP team, you know, what's gonna happen, like what will this look like for her. And I was told she would have to do 6 classes, one of which being PE. They could modify it for her, but she would have to change her clothes, dress out, participate in PE, and then she would have 1 elective. So she would have her 4 core classes: math, science, I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. Anyways, she would have the 4 cores, PE, and an elective. Who knows what the elective would be? I don't even know what electives were offered there, but I just kind of said, so you expect her to walk to 6 different classes and participate in PE and change out and open a locker or walk to the nurse's office to change and then walk back to PE, and still be able to do schoolwork in the other 4 main classes. And it was just pretty much, yeah, she'll be fine. I don't see any problems with her being able to do that, yada yada. So I kind of reevaluated. I was just like, well, what about the school that she was at offers a K through 8 homestead program. So it's basically homeschool, but it's done through the district, and you know, she would be home doing the thing, but I would have the help of the teacher, the resources, materials, whatever. And even had the teacher from the homestead on the class with us on the IEP saying we could probably make it work. You know, it's seems a lot more intensive. Her needs seem a lot more, but we would be willing to try. And I don't even think the district and the counselors and everything even thought of that as an option. It was basically, no, like, we're not even going to give you that option. She has to go to middle school. So then I started looking into homeschooling and trying to figure out, like, where do you even begin? I mean, she's been in public school since preschool. The middle of second grade, she moved over to the special ed classes. But I mean, they were still in public school, so I have no idea what to do, where to start, what to look for, what I need to do, like nothing. And then I had heard that the charter schools were really hard to get into. So as soon as charter schools opened up, I started applying. I researched how to do a PSA, which is a private school affidavit. And that's if, we didn't get into a charter school, then I would have that as a backup, because there was no way I was going to send her uncoordinated, unstable, fatigues easily, has a hard time writing anyways, but you want her to walk 6 classes and still be able to do that. I just wasn't going to do that for her. Like, she just, and the classes in the schools are so compact. So they told me that they would give me 5 minutes, or give her a 5-minute head start to walk to the next class. Because I was afraid if somebody just bumped her wrong, or if she was walking in a crowded hallway or the sidewalk area, she could fall. Like, she's really uncoordinated and doesn't have the strength. And anyways, so they would kind of give her 5 minutes to walk. And yeah, so anyways, nope, not gonna happen for my child. One bad day with her, one bad thing that happens there, it would just ruin school for her. It would ruin it. And I wasn't going to do that to myself for a whole year if something happened and I had to force her to go. No. So started looking into the options. As soon as charter schools opened up, I applied to everyone that I could that was in our area. I think there was 3 or 4 in our area. Got the news that we were getting into one. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, so since she's special ed, what does that mean? Like, what's it gonna look like? Tell me, what are you gonna expect me to do to make sure I'm gonna be able to do it to meet your requirements? And they were really wishy-washy and not giving me too much information. I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not going to sign any agreement with you until I know what's expected of me and her. So then it was just kind of like, well, you need to sign this before we'll even look at her case. And I was just like, oh, okay, not signing it yet. You need to give me some answers. So in that time, she got accepted to a second charter school. This one, her teacher contacted me, sent me an email, did a phone call, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be her teacher. I'm so excited. Are you still interested? Da, da, da. I'm like, yes, we're still interested. Can you give me some information on what it would be like, or what requirements are going to be required of me and her for 6th grade to do your program? And she went above and beyond to contact the special ed department, to contact her superiors, to get me these answers and to find out what was going to be needed for next year for her to meet their requirements and still get the help and do the ability that she's able to do. So it was about I don't know, 3 weeks or so. She went back and forth, and then she called and, you know, talked to me through everything, and like, this is what they're telling me, so this is what we're gonna do. And I feel so much better. So basically it boils down to, I cannot get only like first, second grade curriculum where she's at. I have to have her doing 6th grade work to meet the Common Core requirements for California. So like for math, one of those are decimals, learning how to add decimals. I don't remember any other ones. So she said basically we can still order that 2nd grade, 1st grade, whatever level she's at stuff to help build her up and get her those foundational skills that she's gonna need in life to move on and to even, you know, remotely be somewhere in the middle, closer to the 6th grade level. And we can just pick and choose some of the, for example, the math problems that will work with the Common Core. So she said, you know, if it's a whole worksheet of adding and subtracting decimals, we'll pick 2 problems that she has to work on. If it's doing a book report for English, it could be modified, it could be dictated to me. We can do a project instead. So there's gonna be a lot of options and variations that we're going to be able to do to still have her satisfy the 6th grade core curriculum, but still be able to start at the level that she's at and build up from there, because she doesn't read too well. Her spelling is pretty much non-existent. She doesn't have those fundamental skills that she needs. And what I learned through researching and figuring this all out and seeing what they do for the special day classes, not every special day class, not every special education for her, what I've seen, it's the majority of the time, they just kind of push the special ed kids through. They don't push them to learn. Her writing has gotten worse than it was in kindergarten. Her math, and pick up my little one from her science program thing she's doing. So her number writing has gotten worse since kindergarten. Like, her writing in 6th grade is worse than it was in kindergarten. Her reading has improved. Her sight words are kind of improving. Math, basic addition, subtraction is just not, she doesn't have those fundamental things, and they were expecting her to do multiplication, and when she couldn't do it, it was just like, you tried, so it's okay. And it's like, made me so crazy when I, you know, this last year, when we all pretty much were virtual and having to do the work, and it was just one big joke. Like, it's, can't even describe it to you guys. It was heartbreaking, and I was just kind of like, I know she can do better, and she is a smart cookie when she wants to be, but when they don't challenge her and make her do those things, she's just like going backwards. So, yeah, I've talked to her teacher that's going to be at the new charter school. She's, you know, totally fine with spending the bulk of our allotment to build up those foundational skills, and then just meeting the 6th grade requirements for things that we need now.